Head coach Mick Cronin. If there is one thing I have learned during your tenure as the Bearcats head coach, it's that a good team finds a way to pull out games when the shots aren't going in. You held a Temple team that scored 89 against Florida State and 81 against West Virginia to 50 on its home court.
27% shooting. Held Temple down to 27%, 19% from the three-point line. I thought that our interior defense was so good that they got to hunting some threes that really kind of played in to our defense a little bit. I thought that they probably took some ill advisements because we were shutting the lanes down so well and taking that away from them. They're a team that really does try to live by the three. They make 9 a game. They shoot an extremely high percentage, almost 39% from the three-point line, which we all know, equates out into the high 50s. So defensively, you can't play any better than we played. I thought we got more physical as the game went on. Early on, they were the more physical team. We caught them in that department, and we got tougher as the game went on. And that was probably the difference, since second chance points and getting to the foul line. We talked a lot about trying to get the ball inside more off the drive or the pass and put pressure on the rim. And do a better job of getting to the foul line. I thought we had a chance to get a lot of separation early in this game, and our offense was just abysmal. But you got to give Temple, give them credit for that. And it's funny, when conference play starts, all those points of emphasis go out the window, and it's just a dogfight. I don't know why we even play games in November the way we play them when there's a foul called every other play, and then conference play starts, and it's a dogfight. It's a dogfight both ways, and it's just hard to find shots. But we made some really big plays down the stretch. I was happy that Gary was able to knock in a few free throws for his confidence. Obviously, he had been struggling there all year, but he's been rock solid for us. So just a great win. Obviously, not the prettiest thing, but that's conference play, especially on the road.
I thought your game plan and preparation was spot on point. You guys came out with intense focus and shell-shocked them 9-0 because when they came off those high post screens, you had guys waiting on them.
Yeah.
And they didn't get a chance to get those threes off the way they wanted. And when they did, they were contested. They were longer threes. And the only time they did make threes is when Justin Jennifer was guarding a guy his size.
Yeah, Justin has a tendency to overhelp at times.
Yeah.
And leave shooters, and it's been a weakness, something he's working on. He's still helping us. He's an integral part to our team this year.
Yes.
And he lost to Lonnie Moore a couple times, and then his other three, Jaron lost it. Two young guys playing base defense instead of what we would call when you have their best shooter, you got to play with an alertness, meaning you can't help. You can be in fake help, but you're going back to him. You're not going to the drive. So that's just 3 threes he got, and that almost hurt us. But Darren did a great job with the scouting report. We played mostly man-to-man tonight, switched a lot of stuff to try to eliminate the three-point shot. Guys did a pretty good job. We're getting better in our defense of being able to play more man-to-man and be able to switch more. And Gary's gotten much better on the ball. Trey Scott obviously can guard multiple positions. And so many teams go small nowadays. And they're running around with, Obi Nechinoye is a 6'10" guy, wants to shoot all threes. They're playing him at the 5 a lot, and Dingle is a point power forward, playing him at the point guard. It's hard to play big guys.
We were going to sit here in the post game and talk about the big set that you have because Jacob Evans had 4 fouls. We thought early on in the second half, and we thought that you were going to play him with 4 because you want to get a rhythm going, and then we found out that one of those fouls ended up going to Gary Clark.
Yeah, the first one on the drive to the basket, they tried to get his third on him to start the second half, and they called that on Gary.
Yeah. 8 seconds into the second half.
Trust me, I was watching to see who they called it on. If it was on Jake, he was coming back out.
But his sense of urgency in the second half, after sitting 12 minutes, he comes out in the second half, and it seems as if you were calling plays to get him going.
Definitely trying to get him involved. Got to get him involved offensively. Obviously, he's a major weapon for us with his ability to make shots and attack the basket. And guys did a pretty good job looking for him, trying to do things to get him open. Got him going, and then late in the game, Kevin Johnson was sick tonight. And so when we went with the lineup, the big lineup for us with Troy, Jaron Cumberland, and Jacob, we tried to post up Alani Moore. They're a 5'8" guy. And then we got a couple. We got a cutter. Jaron did a great job on post.
Yes.
Jaron did a great job. And then Troy did too. We just missed a wide open shot. So that was good for us when we went to posting him up. Offensively, it wasn't a thing of beauty though. I think we can all attest to that. So just games like this, you just got to find a way to win and get home. Keep trying to get better.
You talk about Jaron Cumberland. You've seen what he can do at home. You've seen what he did in high school. That's why you recruited him. But to see him on the road and rebound with the bigs and play tough down there and make the pass that he made on the lob when he was being fronted, he drew everybody to him, passed it to Trey Scott for a dunk. His basketball IQ is off the charts.
It's just, it's such an adjustment, the intensity level. People don't understand that. So, he had a rebound in the first half and the guy just took it from him. That doesn't happen in high school, not to him.
Right.
At this level, like you said, on the road's different, and a bloodbath on the road. But I've seen Jaron in some real tough AAU games and some real big-time wars, and he's got it in him. You just got to bring it out of him.
That's right.
I got to, sometimes they call him Teddy for Teddy Bear. I got to turn him into the Grizzly at times, but he's definitely got it in him. He's going to be a very good player for us. And the more, I think, Terry, you make a good point because I keep saying I think our team can keep improving because Jaron's young, Nasir's young, Justin's young, Trey Scott's really playing well for us, and Kyle is still finding his way with us. What people don't realize is all these bloodbaths are new for Kyle Washington. The ACC is not, they don't play this way. It's a skilled league. There's not as much physicality. And he was a guy that didn't play major minutes. Extended minutes where he had to be counted on the defensive end. He went in. If he was scoring, he was hot, they left him in. If things weren't going well, he was struggling, they took him out. So he's still learning how to be a major minute accountable player at all times. Not just a guy that comes in off the bench. And he was rushing tonight. You saw he missed a lot of shots point blank that he doesn't ever miss. But his head's down. He doesn't have his head on the rim. That's his biggest problem. You got to get him to bow his neck, get his head up. Can't shoot what you can't see.
What's been the difference this year? Last year, 11 losses, 7 of those one-possession games, and you're scratching your head and wondering what's going on. And then this year, you've matured and you're finding ways to win games. I saw the second half when you guys were making a run and they made a play, and you were very calm, and you were getting your guys in the sets, and they executed down the stretch. What's been the difference?
Well, a couple times. So Troy, we want to play fast and get that ball. We threw the ball ahead, and we're able to get a basket thrown at ahead, come right back at them. I tell these guys, look, you've just got to worry about the next play. So if you make a mistake, just worry, and you miss a layup, worry about defense. If you turn it over, get back and worry about defense. But if they score, we got to go back and put it on them. We got talent. You got to believe in ourselves. Just go back and put it on them. Now, I will tell you, the true thing of it is, as a coach, you got to have answers. Jacob Evans, he's an answer.
Yes.
He's an answer. He can get you a bucket. Jaron Cumberland, he's an answer. Hitting that three. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 plays from a freshman and a sophomore. Jaron Cumberland, it's a major 3.
That's right.
Jacob Evans, so we alert our guys when we're in the bonus. And we're trying to get passing game, so they'll foul us on a drive or a cut. Well, they're playing Jake tight, of course, trying to shut him down. Dingle's all over him. Jake goes to cut, Dingle's bodying him, and Jake goes right into him and makes the ref call the foul on an off-the-ball cut and goes and makes 2 free throws. Well, he missed one. He rolled off the split. But still, that's an intelligent play, but it's intangibles, and I think that's the difference with this team. We got just little things like that. Jake, he got fouled at the Iowa State game. Our switching on defense. Troy had 2 major deflections on defense late in this game. Where he's just locked into doing whatever he can to make his team win. So I think, we definitely got more answers.
Congrats on the win. I will see you in the studio tomorrow night.
Can't wait.
8 o'clock tomorrow from the studios of 700 WLW. Again, the final score tonight, Cincinnati 56, Temple 50. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and wrap things up, including the struggle for the stake on 700 WLW.
56-50. Bearcats. All right, let's go through the box score here. Kyle Washington, 2 for 9, but 7 rebounds. All right, we'll give him that. He hit a 3 early. He must have hit the 3 before they switched over when it was 7-zip because the other game hadn't ended. Monmouth, North Carolina. All right, so leading scorers for the Bearcats, Gary Clark and Jacob Evans both had 11. No one else had double figures. No one else had more than 6. We had 6 guys with 5 or more, including Quadri Moore, who had 5. Quadri had 5 points and then no other stats. No rebounds, no assists. Nasir Brooks, no points, but 2 boards. Justin Jennifer had 2 nice points, a nice drive with a right-handed finish. But the man off the bench was Jaron Cumberland, the freshman. 6 points, but 2 of those were 3-pointers. When the game was tight late, and one was a step back as the shot clock was running out, swished to put UC up 7 and give them potentially the separation that they would need. He also had 2 assists, 5 boards, 3 offensive boards. He was down there fighting with those Ernest of Flackpuys and all those guys. Troy Copain, 2 for 8 from the field, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. So the only 1 turnover gives him the pass, and I'm sure he had deflections, but he didn't score the ball at all, really, tonight. He just couldn't find anything. What do you think it is? He struggles to be able to get space and get by guys, and at the top that are, if they put a quick guy on him, I'm not sure. But Jacob ended up with 11, and just, what did he have at half? He had those 2 fouls. So he probably had
2 at half, maybe?
Yeah, he probably had 9 in the second half. He had 5 boards, 2 turnovers, but 2 steals. So he evened those out. Trey Scott also had 2 steals and 6 boards and 5 points. Trey had that 3-point play at the end of the half, right? That rebound, and he stuck that free throw. He had that dunk. Yeah, Cumberland had that nice feed where he was posting up, and it was like a lob over the top, and it was underneath the hoop. Cumberland and Trey. Cumberland had position, and they threw a lob to him, and then the guy committed, and he left it for Trey Scott, and he did a 2-hand dunk. But the play of the night was Jacob Evans with the 2-hand. Well, grab with 2-hand, finish with the right hand, off left foot, slam. What do you mean?
Who are you talking
to? Oh, just
your podcast thing?
Well, it's just the end of the game. I recorded Mick, and then I'm going through the box score now.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an inquisition from John Berg. So 56-50 final, held Temple to 24 in the second half. So did what you had to do. Just add that to the list of Mick Cronin shutdowns on the road. So you held Temple to 26.7%, 19.2% from 3. Rebounds, Bearcats out-rebounded by 3. So there you go. If those things aren't there, you don't even have a chance. But since those things were there, they had a chance, and they won the game. End of story. So they are 11-2, 1-0 in the league. Justin Berg, BearcatJournal.com.
You know what? I think that